Happy Saturday. We got it all
Happy
together
Saturday.
or what?
Come on, we made it
Move
happen.
over here closer. Are we making it happen? Is it happening?
Yes,
Season
it's
3,
happening.
episode 148, called On Stranger Tides.
Woo!
That sounds like some kind of Netflix series, doesn't it?
It does, like Stranger Things. I think you're thinking of maybe Stranger
Maybe.
Things. You know,
Maybe
it could
that.
be.
Or
And
like,
we want
some
the
kind of,
viewers.
yeah.
Yeah, they can picture it and just imagine us right where Jack Sparrow is. Imagine our faces right there. We're on Stranger Tides with them, so we'll be
That is
navigating
us.
the
I
ocean
think
waves.
we're behind them because they're taking us hostage. So we're
Thank
there.
you.
You just can't
We're
see us.
bound and tied up. Absolutely.
We are. And we're
Mhm.
not really, are we that upset about it? Well, it's a movie, so it's okay.
It's a
all right.
movie. We're getting paid.
Fiction.
We're extras. It's great.
Oh my goodness. So so I am Lana. You are Lilac. We have so many
I'm
L
Lilac.
names in this group.
Yes.
Loving
Lots
it.
of love.
Lots of love. We're here doing our thing. Gotta real quickly say thank you to WDJY. So WDJY has us on, and this is Atlanta, Wednesday 9 to 10 p.m., Thursday 5 to 6 p.m., Friday 10 to 11 a.m., and Sunday 1 to 3 p.m. So they are also, online, so you can go online, you can stream our show on that station from wherever you are in the world. Because we're dealing with
We sound
technology these
good.
days, people.
Yeah.
We're just,
We-
we're not playing. We're not playing around.
We're
That's
not,
all I'm saying.
we're not playing. We're taking over every city,
We are.
every station. We're taking over.
We're infiltrating. That's what we're doing.
Mhm.
And so,
Absolutely.
and then I've got to thank Mace Fitness and Soul Spectives Institute,
Yes.
and I cannot say institute. There should be a whole show on whether I can pronounce words. I mean, I did go to
It's
school.
you
I
and
swear I
Becky.
did.
You and
Yeah.
Becky get tied up on that. It's like a tongue twister.
Inspectives is like, I don't know what it is. If Spectives Institute, like one after the other, is like some kind of tongue twister. I don't know what it is.
I think so.
But I can't seem to, That's all right. I'm going to go off at some point and I'm going to rehabilitate myself. Maybe I'll go back
There
to
we
school.
go.
I don't know.
We thank them nonetheless.
Right. So, and I would love to say things slow, but anybody who knows me knows I talk fast. So, and I do try to keep that under wraps, but yeah, so we're having a good day and we got some topics we want to share with you. And first of all, we've got Lilac and she's got something about pirates, which is great.
Yes. So as soon as I heard that the topic was the ocean, I was like, I thought of pirates immediately. I mean, I've always been fascinated with pirates. I'm not a thief or anything. I don't pirate. I don't, I just have always been fascinated, with the lifestyle. Well, LimeWire, I did have a LimeWire phase back in, the 2000s. That is a level of pirating.
We had a LimeWire and we had a Napster thing. We did.
Napster. So that we're the modern day pirates.
I mean, we really were. Let's not talk to Lars Ulrich about that because he'll get upset.
No, right.
But yeah,
all right.
We did. Okay.
So
anyway.
as soon as I heard ocean, I was like, yes, pirates, let's do it. So I started looking up the fiercest pirates on the ocean. I have 10. And I'm going to go from the bottom to the top. Can you guess who number 1 is, though? I just want to ask.
Ooh. I mean, I don't know. I'm not sure. The fact that you asked
when you hear the name, you'll know.
Okay.
Yeah, you'll know for sure.
Is it Blackbeard?
Okay. It is Blackbeard. Boom. He's at the number.
When somebody
I've looked up multiple lists.
It can't be the obvious one. It must be something else.
I know it is.
Yeah.
It's him.
That's cool.
I looked up multiple lists. He's number 1 all the time. So I'm going to start at the bottom, but I do want to share a few piratey phrases first. I'll move along quickly, not too quick, but just so we keep this thing rolling. Ahoy. Right. When pirates say ahoy, they mean hello, like greeting, like hello,
Okay.
And if you're saying shiver me timbers, it's a term of expression. You're shocked about something or, flabbergasted about something, and if someone is a landlubber, that means that they are not good with sailing. They should just stay on land. They're
puking.
They're
puking.
Yeah. They don't have them. And me hearties, your loves, usually a sailor would say that about, their shipmates. Mihartis, and then the infamous walk the plank. That's something that you do. You've done something wrong. This is your punishment. Yep. You walk the plank. When I was researching this, they said it was fictional. I don't know. I think pirates were making people walk the plank, but we've seen people be on the plank and they walk, and you have to go into the sea, and then that's your fate.
Yeah, I mean, I the thing I never understood about walk plank was like, were you so scared of what you're going to be done? It's what going to be done to you as you're walking the plank.
Yeah, I think
like
that's
the logical
fear
aspect of it.
I think so, because most pirating happened in warmer waters.
Right.
You know what I mean? So, because sharks, whatever, the way dolphins are acting up, we've heard about dolphins misbehaving this entire week. I'm scared of dolphins. I'm nervous. If you tell me to walk the plank, I'm looking for Gerald or Peter.
And I also wonder, like, were those people pushed off and then rescued? Like, okay, don't do this again. See what happened to you?
I don't think so. Done? Pirates are ruthless. Let me get into this list. Pirates are ruthless. I don't think they were saving anyone, and I don't think there were any ships coming to save pirates.
Think of all the labor they needed, and like they needed all the bodies they had to do whatever they had to do. So I always wonder, like, about their labor intensive.
But practice. it's also a. I don't want this to happen to me. So if I have to make an example of someone, I don't want you to do this. This is the example I'm making, and we're not going to save you. We're going to leave you out there. You see the shark circling. Hey, that stops a lot of things from going on. So, that's kind of what I was thinking, True.
Fear.
All right, let me get it. Yeah, fear. That it's the highest form of control. Number 10, Edward Ned Lowe. He was a notorious, bloodthirsty, and unstable pirate whose career spanned just a few years in the 1720s. And I want to say this too, the golden age of piracy was from the 1650s to the 1720s. Like, that's when most of the pirating happened, and all the infamous pirates really, had their glory days. Okay. So Ned, as he was known, he came from London. His crew terrorized the Azores and the Caribbean. And he's known for torturing captains and crews before burning their vessels. So that's what our friend Edward Lowe is known for. Yeah. Number 9, Henry Every, who goes by Long Ben. He was a master of mutiny. So he got himself in mutiny situations, and he took control. He like exploited the mutinous situations. And he took control of a ship called the Charles II in 1694. And he had a pretty legendary score. He took a lot of treasure in 1695, and it was a ship owned by the Mughal Emperor of India. And this heist sparked the first global manhunt in history. So many things and so many. Yeah, I was very interested in that. So they kept evading capture. It's pretty cool, But that's what I'm saying. I'm not a pirate, but I'm always interested. He vanished into history. That's the real cool thing with his treasure. Yeah? They don't know. He vanished to thin air.
So they don't know where anything is either. Well.
Because some pirates are hung. Some pirates are, discarded of in certain ways. He could still be out there now. Who knows? Who knows?
Within the pirate community, everybody kind of knows the secrets and don't say anything.
They know. They know. They know. And if you keep his secrets, you'll get probably part of his booty, part of his treasure. So, I would do it. Yeah. I would keep his location quiet to get some treasures. Too. Yeah, in another life, Anywho, number 8 is Calico Jack Rackham, also known as Jack Rackham. He was famous for his brightly colored calico coats, maybe looking more like Jack Sparrow. He always had shiny things on. And he sailed with Anne Bonny and Mary Read. You'll hear about them later. They were some of the first female pirates. He also was credited with creating the pirate flag with the skull and 2 crossbones. He was credited with that. Yeah, cool. So very cool. He was ultimately captured and tried and hanged in Jamaica in 1720. So we know his end. He did have an end. He didn't vanish. He had an end for sure. Yeah. So now I get to the interesting ones. Mary Read and Anne Bonny were 2 of the fiercest female pirates. I was like, yes, we don't hear a lot about female pirates.
I know.
So right? They were famous in the 1720s. They often disguised themselves as men and joined the military. And then from the military, this is what I've seen too. Usually the transition from military to pirating is a very short walk. It's not far to go from there. You usually are on the seas on a military ship, and you're usually like, I'm just going to pirate because it's more lucrative and maybe it was just more interesting. That's what they did. They disguised themselves as men, got into the military, and then joined pirate ships. And they were known for their exceptional combat skills. And when in the 1720s, British military ship, the authorities caught up to them. They were the only ones fighting on the deck where the men hid below. So those two women were the only ones fighting the authorities who came on the ship, while they said the men were hiding underneath. So they were pretty fierce. They were pretty fierce. Captain William Kidd is number 6. He was a Scottish privateer. He was originally hired by the British government to hunt pirates. Hey, Kenny, morning. He was originally hired to hunt pirates, and then he crossed into piracy himself. So he's another one who made a transition. It just was more lucrative. He was captured in 1698. He was captured on a massive Armenian ship. It was laden with gold and silks. And so he was a fugitive for a little bit, but he was captured and famously hung in London for all to see. That's what they did with pirates, hung them for all to see in 1701.
So my buddy William Kidd, I wonder if he's reincarnation of that guy.
Maybe, or some kin. Wouldn't hurt to find out. Wouldn't hurt to find out.
Yeah, I'll have to ask.
Thank you, William. Yeah. I already spoke about Anne Bonny, but she was on the list on her own. So another fierce, like I mentioned with her and Mary, they were fierce. They were military. They did what they had to do. So I'll go on to number 3. Bartholomew Roberts, also known as Black Bart. He was widely regarded as one of the most successful pirates of the Golden Age. He was Welsh, and he captured over 400 ships across the Caribbean and the West African coast. That's a lot of ships. I was like, 400 ships?
Wow.
Yeah, he took them down and he commandeered. That's a lot. That's a lot of fighting.
Yeah.
That's a lot of people to overtake.
A good career.
Like,
that's a long
it's
career.
A great career. I could see why he would stay in there, He was a flamboyant dresser, and he loved he preferred tea over alcohol, which is not common for pirates. They usually love rum and all that. And he is one of the ones who was enforcing the pirates code. The code that the pirates live by, parlay and all that. So yeah. He also was not captured. He got away with a huge fortune. So he's somewhere out in the sea.
Right.
He's somewhere out there. Number 2 is Qing Shi. Also in the Golden Age. She was a woman from China. She was a widow. And widows in that time, you had to figure out what to do. She felt that the best thing for her to do to make her money and to make her living was to be a pirate. So she had an astonishing fleet of, it makes sense. I too would do it. Not a lot of jobs for widows. If you have children, there's not a lot of opportunities for you. So she had a fleet of over 1,500 ships, which held 40,000 to 80,000 pirates. She commanded all of that. I know.
Awesome.
Isn't that awesome?
That's awesome.
Yeah, so she essentially ruled the China Sea and successfully retired with her wealth after negotiating a pardon with the Chinese government. She was not hanged. She was able to keep her wealth, which is beautiful. She negotiated some type of pardon. Here we go. Number 1, numero uno, Blackbeard, whose name was Edward Teach. He's perhaps the most iconic. Maybe not the most successful, but he's the most well-known pirate.
Right.
He was English born. He was a military captain. He made the transition over to piracy. I've seen in my research, I saw that so many times. I was like, what? It happened a lot. It makes sense. You already know how to navigate. You already know how to navigate the seas. You're probably not making a lot as a military captain or whatever.
Right.
You see the pirates that you're capturing, you're seeing the bounties of gold and silk and all that.
Yeah,
you're
I get it. Yeah.
I would make the transition. So Blackbeard was known for terrorizing the Caribbean and the American Eastern Seaboard. He was known for his intimidating appearance. He would tie slow burning fuses onto his beard to create a terrifying, smoke hallowed visage in battle. So you see this smoky, hazy, dark, menacing, figure walking up. You'll
Yeah.
probably jump. You'll
Like
probably jump
special
overboard.
effects, man. Wow.
Oh, he was
Yeah, it's
probably the
pretty good.
first special effects. You'd probably jump overboard. So yeah, so he captained the Queen Anne's Revenge. It didn't really mention about his demise or anything like that, but he was one of the most iconic pirates.
Right.
So that's what I have. He's Blackbeard's
Oh,
number one. He's the
very
fiercest.
nice.
Yep.
See, there we go.
Mhm.
Some pirate information for you
Come
today.
on,
Oh,
pirating.
very cool. All right, so we're gonna have to pay some bills here, I think. Or well, actually,
Yes,
let's get some social media information for you. We want to make sure we you know where you can find
you can
us
find
and
us.
here
Hmm.
where you can find us.
Watch us live at YouTube, Rumble, and Twitch at Rhode Island Broadcasting, X and Twitter at Broadcasting RI, Facebook at Going On Daily Morning Show. Listen to us on all of our audio platforms such as Spotify, Red Circle, TuneIn, iHeartRadio, and Amazon Music at RI Broadcasting. You can also follow us on all of our socials at MeWe, TikTok, LinkedIn, Blue Sky, Gab, Parler, and Space Hey at RI Broadcasting, and Reddit at RI-Broadcasting. And support the show on RhodeIslandBroadcasting.net. We thank you for listening, following, and watching.
All right, and our Hall of Famers are also people that are voting for our Hall of Fame. That's where you want to go. That's RhodeIslandBroadcasting.net. Click that little QR code. I'm testing different ways to get to it, but that's the easiest way to get to it. Is just click on that little QR between me and Lilac right there. And that's a good way to go straight to that page and then vote. And every time I look at this, I don't know how people are supposed to pick one, but right now, Different Strokes is out ahead. I'm guessing that's got the most.
Is it?
And then it looks
Oh,
like next to Sanford is down at 24%. So if you don't like that, you want to get in there and get your vote in so you can change it around. Make sure your show gets out first. Good Times is at 19%.
yeah.
So yeah,
Oh,
at
Good
first it
Times
was Good Times
dropped.
and the Jeffersons
I'm
were
s-
neck and neck.
oh,
So yeah,
oh.
but I mean, I can't say no. I can't say that I hate any of that because I love all these shows,
They were all
you know.
good. They were all
And
good. This is true.
so but get on there and vote. Get your vote in. We got a little bit of time left. We're almost at the end of the month, so get it done quick, people. You know what I'm
Get it
saying?
done.
But
Hmm.
yeah, anyway, that's our Hall of Fame. I wanted to just because we're doing Ocean Week, I wanted to bring up Kelsey, or is that Kelsey.com, and that's basically what I'm going to call her.
Okay.
Because basically she is Kelsey Pfendler. She's out there right now rowing. I don't know if you've been following her.
I haven't. I
Um,
don't even know about this. Mm-mm.
okay, so I've been kind of keeping an eye on her. So she's trying to row the Pacific, and she's trying to roll out to Hawaii, and she's a
The
single
entire
rower.
Pacific
Yeah, well, from let's see,
from
Monterey, California, and she's rolling
wow.
out to Oahu. That's where she's headed to.
Wow.
And so it's going to be 2,400 miles as far as what she's doing. She's 37 days into this.
That's
The
a lot of
record is
rowing.
86 days. And so, yeah, she's trying to do that. She's doing it for, for charity. She's doing it for a cause. But she's actually on social media. So if you go to, let me get this list up here. It's yourowkelsey.com. That's her webpage. And then all of
Okay.
her socials are there. But it's also YouRowKelsey at Instagram, at YouTube, and at TikTok. And she's putting videos out like pretty much daily. Here's what I'm doing. Here's what here's how I sleep. Here's how we keep track of the flow of the water, that kind of stuff. You can kind of keep track of her live, which I love. But who is she? She's an American expedition athlete. She's a professional whitewater river guide. She's best known for attempting an extraordinary feat. She's becoming the youngest woman to row solo from California, Hawaii. And before this, she spent 8 years working as a commercial rafting guide in the Grand Canyon. guiding on one of the world's
row your boat.
Yeah. I mean, yes, row your boat. There it is. I'm reading my stuff, so it's like a little bit in front of the notes.
You're fine.
But so she's been on the Grand Canyon navigating that for 8 years. That's a good way to get your chops, right?
Yeah. Get your sea legs.
Exactly. And so she's been guiding, one of the most challenging rivers. She's gave her extensive experience with risk management, navigation, endurance, and living in the remote environments, right? Skills that translate well to something like this. So 3,900 kilometers from Monterey to Honolulu is what she's trying to do, or Oahu, or nearby Oahu. Several aspects make it very challenging. Solo, she's got no teammates. She's unsupported. She's got no resupply boats or outside physical assistance.
Goodness gracious.
It's human powered, so her progress comes entirely from her rowing. So she's gonna spend. Sorry, what were you gonna say?
Does she? I mean, like breaks. Like what? Rowing is like so hard on the body. What? Like what is?
It is. So yeah, she's gonna spend 2 months or more out there, depending on ocean current. She's about halfway through at this point.
Wow.
She'll live aboard a specialized ocean rowing boat, or she does live aboard a specialized ocean rowing boat, and it's a few meters long, so it's not that big. Right?
Yeah.
So one of the themes she was talking about repeatedly is that the expedition isn't about proving fearlessness. She often quotes, "Being brave is not an absence of fear. You need fear in order to be brave."
Mm-hmm.
And rather than eliminating fear, she sees fear as something to acknowledge and understand and work through. She describes most feelings at home in wild environments. While many people would find this middle of the Pacific terrifying, she sees a remote place like this as where she feels the most alive. So that's her thing. So she all right, let me do this. I'll tell you how she prepped for it, and then we'll get into what she's doing as she's out there.
Okay.
In order to do this, you need years of preparation. You need long distance rowing preparation. You need strength and endurance work. You need navigational skills. You need weather forecasting skills.
Prayer.
Need emergency.
You need prayer.
Yes, prayer could be emergency medical skills. She needs boat maintenance. I saw her one day getting up, and she's got this. I forget what it's called, but it's something where she's got handles on both sides of the boat, and she's going back and forth, walking across the boat, getting all of the barnacles off the bottom because of how much. She said something like, "Do you know how much it inhibits your travel to have barnacles on the boat? It actually slows you down. It gets in the way of everything." So that's cool.
Wow.
She's kind of explaining to people daily what she's doing and why, and it's kind of cool to watch. You learn a lot of good stuff.
Yeah, and shark repellent. A suggestion of shark repellent, maybe.
Oh yeah, true.
Yeah. I don't know what that would look like, but
I don't know either. But she probably has that covered because she's, like I said, she's got these kind of educational videos going all the time.
Okay.
But even though nobody assists once the expedition begins, the mental challenge is also another thing, right? Because you're going to be completely alone. You're going to be seeing no land at all. You're going to be following these really repetitive routines.
Yeah.
And dealing with storms and managing uncertainty, right? She sleeps only short stretches, and she's spoken about embracing discomfort and accepting uncertainty rather than trying to eliminate it. And that's the way.
So what's a short stretch of sleep? What she said, like 10?
She just calls it short. It's short blocks. I don't know if it's like she takes 2-hour naps, or because I haven't followed every single video she's putting out.
Okay.
But I guess she's sleeping. I think she's doing power naps or whatever when she can, because she's got 10 to 15 hours of rowing that she does. Right. So that's kind of how she's handling it. She's not doing like a full 8-hour sleep. I don't know if she's doing enough to get her strength back, and then I guess she's going back to it. And I believe she she covers the boat and lays down or whatever. She's got a specific amount of time to sleep. And she's trying to get rid of the light. So there's like I said, she kind of, when she's in that, she'll kind of make a video. Hi, this is what I do when I sleep, and here's why, and blah blah blah. And these are all my, these are all my gadgets, and so yeah, she's rowing 10 to 15 hours. She's eating dehydrated meals, and this is basically kind of what you would see if you go to her page. You're seeing all kinds of a dashboard with all kinds of information. You can literally see her in real time. right?
That's
Where you
awesome.
could,
Yeah, I'm gonna
yeah, it's
stalk her.
very cool.
Mm.
We're all stalking her. We're like, Kelsey,
Yeah,
go.
I'm joining. I'm joining.
She's eating dehydrated meals. She's producing drinking water with a desalinator. She's checking weather forecasting. She's repairing her equipment on the go. She's navigating. And she's, like I said, sleeping in short blocks. Like I said, I'm not sure what for her it means.
Right.
The boat functions as transportation and a home throughout the crossing, obviously.
Mhm.
And so they say just out of risk, the risk of it is the ocean rowing is being considered an extreme endurance sport because of hazards, including very large waves, any storms that
Yeah.
might come through, any equipment failure she might have, any capsizing that might happen. Self-righting boats are designed to recover, and I'm not sure how that works. She
Yeah.
can get sleep deprivation, but she's working on that with a grid. Isolation, of course. Some people really can be by themselves for really long periods of time, but this is months. So she does have to remember that could cause mental stress. And shipping traffic,
It will.
yeah, it will. But like I said, some people, it's a spectrum for a lot of people. Some
Yes,
people can
this
do
is true.
that, and some people need to talk to somebody after 3 hours and they can't take it. So it depends.
This is true. Yep.
Yeah, shipping traffic was the thing I didn't really think about, like that there's just boats going through that water shipping products, and she's got to deal
Right.
with that. So successful expeditions, they depend on very careful preparation, reliable equipment, and sound decision making. As much as her athletic ability, that's just part of it.
Allows. Yeah.
And her broader message is beyond setting records. She encourages people to pursue ambitious goals that may appear daunting. Instead of waiting for fear to dissipate, she contends that meaningful growth often arises from taking action despite uncertainty. And her story resonates with individuals who are drawn to adventure, resilience, and pushing her personal boundaries. So there's a ton of people that are like, Kelsey, how are you doing? Blah, blah, blah.
No, seriously.
Every time she comes and does a video, there's like so many comments, like with the people that are just amazed by the fact that she's doing it. And it's just really, it's a cool thing to follow. So I'm like, we're doing the ocean. I got to talk about Kelsey because that's the coolest thing.
Oh,
yeah.
And
it's yeah. I'm sorry, go ahead.
I was going to say, you're telling people, well, I won't say people, I'll say me. I didn't even hear about her, but I'm about to know everything about her entire life, this entire journey. I love that. This is interesting.
With crews before, so she has done this with like a 5-person crew in the past for different reasons. So she kind of sort of has an overview of it, but
she has to have, yeah.
You know what I mean?
You can't go into this cold turkey. You have to have some endurance because I can't imagine. And I'm thinking of like the muscle fatigue, it's like the most of this journey is mental. So yeah, her mental status would have to be in tip-top condition because if you can convince your mind to do it, you can usually convince the rest of your body to do it. But if the mind goes, then it's like
exactly. And that's it. So but for her, I think, her having social media and talking to people and reading comments helps. In a way for her, I think is a little bit of social activity. So that's also good. But yeah. But I didn't want to keep you guys too long. Good morning to Brenda. Morning, Brenda. But anyway, check her out. YouRowKelsey.com. Just go there first. And then all of her social medias are there, so you can follow her. But you can actually see all of her tracking. It's literally down to the second. This is how many, hours, minutes. All of that is right there, and it's being tracked just like you're watching Santa on Christmas, which is pretty cool.
Wow.
But anyway,
that is.
I just want to make sure we stop and pay some bills here. So let's get our commercials rolling.
There we go.
Looking for a fitness app that actually fits in your life, not the other way around? The Mace Fitness app is your personal fitness coach in your pocket. That's M-A-S-E. Mace Fitness app makes fitness simple and affordable. The build your own workout option allows you to choose the exercises, the focus area, and the pace that works best for you. This app feature is only $9 a month. You'll get over 630 guided exercise videos, build your own workout tools, strength, mobility, balance, and flexibility training, easy to follow instructions, fitness anytime, anywhere. Mace Fitness, just $9 a month.
Sometimes you can feel lost in the forest of your mind, caught up in mistakes you can't change, looking ahead, uncertain what comes next, questioning if things will ever get easier, and if you've missed your chance. but the fact is that every moment is a new chance to change and choose a new direction. The fastest way to stop the pain and gain the new insight needed is through guidance from someone who has walked the path before you that can teach you to find your own answers from within. If any of this sounds familiar and you're looking for a way through from where you are to where you long to be, then let's connect. Check out soulspectivesinstitute.com today and book your discovery call, and we can see where we can go from there.
Oh, yeah. So Soul Spectives Institute and Mace Fitness. Thanks to both of them for keeping us on the air, on the radio, and our TV spots. So we're going to be on TV, so that's cool.
Yeah, and keeping our bodies, and our minds good, as you say.
Yes,
outward and inward, inward and outward.
Inside and
Come on,
out.
that's
right there.
inside and out.
That's it. Top to bottom. You're good to go.
All covered. Everything's covered. Perfect. Yeah, love it.
So you're gonna tell us about the 80s, 90s, and 2000s, and we're gonna get into some music. And this is the second half of our show. It's gonna be all music. So fun.
I love it. Love it.
Take it away, girl.
I was saying, yeah, I'm like, we're musical people, so I was thinking like, oh, what do we want to talk about? For the other half, and I'm like, oh, let me just look up the top songs for the 80s, 90s, and 2000s for this day, because there's so many, like, there's a lot of music made in general, but I feel like the best genres were made. Well, I would include the 70s, but I didn't. Like, I feel like the 70s, 80s, 90s, and 2000s, I feel like that was like the golden era, right?
I got the 70s covered. Don't worry about it.
Okay. Oh, see, we're in sync. Sync. It's perfect. And we'll see NSYNC on here. But okay, so for the 1980s, the top song that I found was called "Coming Up" by Paul McCartney. It was "Coming Up."
That was a great song. One of my favorites.
Yeah,
one of my favorites.
So it makes sense that it was on the top. Like, yes. I was about to say, you probably can't even list and name all your favorites.
People ask me that, and I'm like, I can't do that. Stop asking me that. Like, I can't. I don't have every favorite anything. It's not gonna. But yes, I absolutely love that song. It's one of my favorite tunes. It really is. You don't hear it very often. So go listen to it today.
Right. It is. It's good. And Paul is just great in general. Like he's just a great musician. Even like inside the studio and outside. Like he was. He was just good. Some of the other ones for 1980, like who was on that list for this date or just around this time, was Funky Town by the Lips Inc.
Lips Incorporated. Yep.
Lips Incorporated.
That would have been 1980 directly, I think. 1980 exactly. We'll see. I'm gonna start pulling out years for you.
I only did 1980.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Oh, just
so this is.
Oh, okay.
Just that, not like the 80s, not like the 81. This is just for 1980, 1990, and 2000 on this exact day, though.
Oh, okay. I got it.
Yeah.
We're not doing the decade. We're just doing the
that'd be too much. Oh gosh, no, I couldn't. We'd have 30 songs.
I know.
You know what I mean? I couldn't. I started to do that, and I said no. So I had to really narrow it down just for that specific year. So 1980, 1990, 2000s. So yeah, and then it was The Rose by Bette Midler.
Yep.
Nice. Yep. She's Out of My Life by Michael Jackson was up there as well.
What a tune that was. That was a great one.
Yeah, it was good. I just actually saw his movie, which was did you end up seeing it? I was gonna ask. You didn't? Okay.
I'm gonna watch it at home. I was gonna watch it at theater. I have issues with theaters. I just have issues with theaters.
Yeah, I remember you said that.
So I'm like, when it comes out, so it is now streaming, and so it's still gonna cost me an arm and a leg to watch it, but I'm gonna watch it.
When you go to the movies or at home, it's expensive. Yeah. It's so expensive now. So
I know. At least I don't have to deal with people and all that. I can at least make sure that nobody's talking over my movie while I'm trying to watch it. So.
No one's talking. Inexpensive snacks. They're so expensive now. So you can just have them in the beauty of your home, which is awesome. But I know you'll love it. When you see it, I hope we get a chance to discuss it because the music is just like top notch.
Of course.
Yeah. Also Steal Away by Robbie Dupree was in that group as well.
So
another good one.
On Sundays, I play in Newport on a rooftop, and I do what you call yacht rock. And Robbie Dupree is one of my favorite tunes. And I wonder if it's so weird because I don't think anybody they know the song, but they have no idea who did it.
They have no idea.
A lot of different artists from the same era, so it's just funny. But I love it. Yeah, it's a
Yeah,
good tune.
there was a distinct sound in that time, and it's like you just everything kind of melded together. You don't know, unless you looked it up.
True. Very true.
So yeah. Also, Against the Wind by Bob Seger and the Silver Bullet Band. Yep. They were in there.
Bob Seger.
They were in there. All right, so I'll shift over to 1990. Oh no, I don't know if I mentioned Cupid by the Spinners was also in that group.
Yep, that was good. And they redid did they? Yes. Cupid was a remake, but then they did for most people they did a medley there, and at the end of Cupid was I've been searching for a long time or something like that. So when you see it, Cupid slash I've been searching for a long time. Now it's time to make it my
they
baby.
did too. Okay.
So there's that little teeny piece at the end, just in case anybody cares. It's completely random, but that's actually a medley of 2 songs, and then they go back to Cupid, and then they close it out. But yes, that was a good tune back in the
I love it. Yeah. Little Genie by Elton John was also in there.
Yep. Little Genie was good. That was that was one of his slower ones, but it was a good one. Yeah.
Yeah.
Very cool.
Yeah. Yeah, so I thought that was a good that was a pretty good list. So 1990, it says the top song for on this date was Step by Step by New Kids on the Block.
Of course it was.
Boston's Own.
Yes.
Yep.
Oh my goodness.
That was a good one. Yeah, they took over the scene in that time. So
they did.
I was happy to see them. It Must Have Been Love. That was on there by Roxette.
Roxette was a big deal back then. Yes. And that song was a Pretty Woman tune. That actually.
It was on Pretty Woman. Yes, it was on the soundtrack.
They premiered it on that soundtrack. But Roxette had a bunch of cool hits. They were a very cool band at the time.
Yeah. And I love her mellowness. I just love her voice. Like, it was just like, it was a good time. Poison by Belle Biv DeVoe was on there.
That's still a big one today. Year. Yeah.
Still, and all people need to hear is the first, just not even the words, just the first part of it, and BBD. Absolutely. That's it. As a Boston girl, I'm always happy that 2 Boston, bands were on there, so that's awesome. Do You Remember by the amazing Phil Collins.
Phil Collins was all over the radio. Nobody could understand how much Phil Collins was on the radio at that time. They just not.
He dominated.
You could not turn the radio on in any station almost without hearing a Phil Collins song. It just was
there.
Not possible.
Right.
Yes. You could call it the Overkill if you want. I love
Phil the Overkill. We love Phil. No Phil slander allowed. We loved Phil. We love Phil. Okay, so there was 2 Hold Ons. Hold On by Wilson Phillips.
Yep.
And Hold On by En Vogue.
Yes.
They were both there.
That was my karaoke tune. Hold On by En Vogue.
That was the karaoke tune. Exactly. Yes. And then Ready or Not After 7.
After 7 is one of my favorite bands, and that tune is one of my favorite songs. And
I feel like they had
a couple of tunes. But there's something about the way that song sounds that is just amazing. So I'm not gonna go into it because we're wasting time with me going on and on about how much I love a song.
No, I'm pausing so you can go on. I feel like you're a music historian.
The intro to that tune is just amazing. Yeah. Right. Yes, but I don't think Ready or Not by Lou Gramm was from 1990, so it doesn't matter.
No. Yeah. Oh, okay. All right. Moving. Doesn't matter. Get that comment out of here. Okay. Moving on to 2000. Enrique Iglesias, Be With You. Number 1 on June 27th, 2000. Top number one.
The guitar in the beginning of that was pretty good, but I gotta say, I eventually could not stand. They really overplayed that tune. I was working at a nightclub right before 2000, right before 9/11 is when I was in there working.
And
so this tune I had to put it aside and tell people, okay,
they overplayed. They overplayed it,
but it was just his first tune, so I get it.
It was, but they just kept it going. Yeah, it was everywhere. Morning,
gimme.
Next, it's gonna be May. So I mentioned we were in sync, and I said you hear about in sync later, so they were on there. That's I was born in 1988, so
They were the new kids on the block for the late 90s.
They were them and Backstreet Boys. I cannot forget about my Backstreet Boys. They were. I loved them.
I'm gonna have you do something right before when you sign off today. Look up Blue Pearlman, and that's all I'm gonna say.
Okay,
he was behind all of those bands, starting with.
I saw the documentary.
Okay, so you know what I'm saying.
I saw it. I saw it. I was like, ugh, terrible. So next is Try Again by Aaliyah. Just enough to try again.
I love that song. I love all her stuff.
Fantastic.
I still play Aaliyah to death right now. I just love it.
Way too soon. Way too soon. She actually passed on my birthday, August 25th.
Oh wow.
So I'll never forget. I'll never forget Aaliyah. Morning, Adrian. I'll never forget her.
Jennifer.
So
Jennifer is in Ecuador. Are you in Ecuador?
Oh, hola.
She's in Ecuador talking to us.
Hola, Jennifer. Hola.
She's not that Spanish, I don't think, but she's living there.
Oh, Jennifer, you must know hola. You're in Ecuador. You must. Oh, God. You must know that.
All day,
okay.
Sure.
Right. Okay. Oops, I Did It Again by Britney Spears. I also watched her documentary. It was Spears versus Spears. That was good. It was good to see it. And she's free now.
It's really good. She is free now. But boy, she's been through a lot, and people need to stop making fun of her. Her father destroyed her. He put her to
destroyed her.
Her father put her through a lot, and so I don't care if she's free or not. She's still mentally challenged, and it's because of him that she's like that. And she knows nothing but performances. So when she goes on the air and performs,
that's all she knows.
That's
Buenos dias.
From the time she was like 10 or 9, or like she doesn't know anything else. So it really gets.
She was a kid.
She was a kid, and
and all she knows is doing the performance. Yeah, she said Buenos dias, hola, hola. All she knows is that, and she was a product, and she was a machine, and they used her. And you know what? I'm all for like, you notice that your child has talent, and you know that, okay, this is how maybe we can, get to a better life. But my goodness, you talk about overplayed. They overplayed her, not her music, just her. They overplayed her body.
They were all
overplayed
making money
who she
off
was.
Of her fame.
Yeah, it's horrible. It's shameful.
Not in the best shape either. After all that stuff that went on Nickelodeon,
I feel like Jamie Lynn was able to break free quicker, and she did her own thing.
She was around Dan Schneider. Ugh. So
exactly. Anyone around him was in danger.
Let's not go down that
They were in danger. Right. That's a whole different topic. Maybe now that Clive Davis has passed, maybe people will start exposing, different people who.
Okay.
It is. They were just waiting. Okay, so just a couple more. Everything You Want by Vertical Horizon was also popular around that date in 2000. Yep. The thong song by Cisco was dominating. Yep. It was everywhere. And Your Lovin' Feels So Good by Sonique. That's still one of my top songs.
Yeah, we did a lot of I would say almost I did a lot of techno sets at that time, and Sonique was very big in that set.
Ooh, the house techno. I'm like
135 beats per minute. Very, very nice.
Top.
I mean, I don't
but
know
that's
what the
still
original,
good music.
Like we did the remix, which was like all high energy.
Okay.
Yeah, very good. I'm gonna send you a copy of it, but yeah.
Please do. Please. Oh, I love it. I still listen to it. It's still on my playlist because that's feel good music. You know what I mean? They were really using the right frequencies, and now it's different. You can tell. And wrapping up, Say My Name by Destiny's Child was also on there. They were hot in 2000 around that date. Yeah. And the last one that I have is I Want to Know by Joe.
Yeah,
that was popular.
Is you talking about I Don't Want to Know?
No. It's I Like to Know, or no, I'd like to know. I want to know. It's called I Want to Know. I want to know.
Oh yeah.
I want to know what that one. Yeah.
Yeah, the slower one. Okay.
The slower one. Yes.
Got a little confusing in my head there for a second. But
there's so much.
Cool.
I'm sure there's so much music in your head.
I know, it's not even funny. You don't want to be in my brain because it's really bad.
I know,
it's really bad. So I think that we want.
Yeah, I'm sure.
we want to do a quick talk about? We got to get into Uganda real quick because we are doing we're doing a campaign to make sure we get some money for Uganda. So let me get that on for you.
Yes.
Here at Rhode Island Broadcasting and Going On Daily, we're proud to announce that we are collecting donations for our Uganda Fund. My name is Becky, and I've been one of the hosts here at Going On Daily since day one. And earlier this year, I was blessed with the opportunity to travel to Uganda, and it was honestly one of the most life-changing experiences. I met people who completely changed the way I see the world. I met families who had endured unimaginable tragedies, including these two families who lost young children to a witch doctor. I met children who hadn't eaten in days. We even saw 11 children share a single apple because it's all we had left to give them. I met children who fled war in neighboring countries only to find themselves homeless and living on the streets. I saw heartbreak, poverty, and desperation. But what I also saw was joy, the happiness that a single piece of candy, a bracelet, or a small act of kindness could bring was enough to bring tears to my eyes. These are people who have so little, and yet they have more gratitude and joy than many of us could even imagine. We know that there are people who need help in our own communities, and we continue to support local initiatives whenever we can. But this year, our hearts are with Uganda. In partnership with Love Made a Way, 100% of every donation will go directly to initiatives in Uganda. No hidden fees, no deductions. Every dollar goes to help providing food, clean water, education, medical care, safe buildings, sanitation improvements, schools, vocational training, and hope. $1 is worth roughly 3,700 Ugandan shillings, so even a small donation can make a meaningful impact. Maybe it's giving up your Starbucks or your Timmy's today. Whatever you feel led to give, please know that it will help change lives. Thank you for your support, your generosity, and for helping us bring hope to the people of Uganda. Visit www.rhodeislandbroadcasting.net/Uganda-donations to help out.
All right, so yeah, make sure you do that. Any little bit of money you got, some change, whatever you can. Any amount of money is good. So
Absolutely.
there's all the information there. So yeah, I'm just gonna we're gonna get into the 70s here to just wrap up this music that we're doing here, this little music bit. I was going to talk about a band called Ocean, just because the theme is Ocean Week. And I'm like, hey,
Makes
there was a
sense.
band called Ocean. I guess there's a bunch of bands called Ocean. I didn't know that. I only knew of two.
Right.
And one of them is a German band, and that's all I really knew. But in 1971, it was a song that came out called Put Your Hand in the Hand, and it was very religious, very folky. A lot of folky stuff back then.
In the 70s, yeah.
Era. And so they kind of fit right in at that time. With that, there were a few religious tunes on the charts at the time. So, so Ocean is the name of the band. They were formed in Toronto, Toronto, Ontario, around 1970. And the original lineup was Greg Brown. He has vocals and keyboards. Janice Morgan, who was on guitar and vocals. Jeff Jones, who was on bass, and Dave Tamlin, who was on guitar, and Chuck Slater, who was on drums. And unlike many bands of the era, they were like blending pop, folk, rock, and gospel at the time, right?
Okay.
They weren't really just a Christian band, but they weren't afraid to record songs with police like spiritual themes. So, anyway, at a time where like rock was kind of getting psychedelic, and that was what was dominating the charts, they were kind of warm and harmonious, and they had uplifting messages, right?
Yeah.
So the song that everybody remembers, it was released in 1971. It became an international smash in reaching number 2 on the U.S. Billboard charts in the Hot 100, where it was kept from the top spot by Three Dog Night's Joy to the World. That was the only song it could not overtake.
Okay.
But it also reached top 10 in a lot of other countries, right? Ocean didn't write it. It was written by a Canadian songwriter, Gene McClellan, who had already found success. He had written some Anne Murray stuff, Snowbird. He had written for her and some other tunes like that. But this was the definitive hit for them. And I just wanted to say, like, it connected at that time because it was referring to Jesus. Put your hand in the hand of the man who stilled the water, right? But the arrangement feels more like a mainstream pop than a traditional church song.
Okay.
And for whatever reason, audiences were receptive to the songs that mixed spiritually with contemporary music. There was something going on in the 70s, which is absolutely true. I remember it.
Yeah.
I know you're too young to remember that.
Yeah, I
But there was
wasn't
a
I wasn't
time.
born.
There was a time with like George Harrison's "My Sweet Lord" and Norman
That's what I was thinking of.
Greenbaum's "Spirit in the
Mhm.
Sky" and tunes like
Yep.
that. That was for
Spirit
people.
in the sky. Mhm.
Yeah, and basically, for whatever reason, I think Godspell was a very big play at the time, and for some reason, it was just
Mhm.
sort of a theme. So
Yep.
anyway, they were both religious and secular audiences loved them, and according to reports of the time, the band even received a fan mail from prominent religious leaders, including Billy Graham,
Oh.
at that time. So they did 2 albums, Put Your Hand in the Hand in 1971. And besides that, it featured a song called Deep Enough for Me and We've Got a Dream, and some other tunes like that. And they also did another album called Give Tomorrow's Children One More Chance in 1972.
Oh. Okay.
Yeah, so anyway, they were a one-hit wonder. They didn't stay big because their signature sound became very tied to that one song. And they
Yeah.
couldn't really do anything after that.
You can't break out of it sometimes.
Right, and musical taste shifted quickly in the early 70s, and people started liking harder rock and songwriters and glam stuff, and so
Yep.
it kind of went out of favor with people.
Yeah.
And it wasn't built around prolific songwriting; it was really outside material that it kind of it kind of depended on, right? So
Correct.
Ocean kind of disbanded by 1975, but they have a legacy, right? Their song's been recorded by many artists, including Elvis Presley, Joan Baez, Loretta Lynn, the Oak Ridge Boys, Shirley Caesar, and Bing Crosby. So other people recorded their songs, and it had a life. It was inducted into the Songwriters Hall of Fame, the Canadian Songwriters Hall of Fame, in 2006, and they recognized Gene McClellan for his songwriting. So,
Wow.
So there you go. It's just a cute little story about a band from 1970 that had a hit for a little while.
And it fits the theme, Ocean.
If you get a chance to go,
in.
And you get a chance to go and listen to it today, go listen to it today.
Mhm.
It's kind of a cool tune. Anyway,
That's
Ocean.
awesome. That's
So there we
awesome.
go.
So we cover the 70s, 80s, 90s, and 2000s. Like we got it covered.
We did, and so I think that's pretty much it. I mean, I know we have
Yeah.
to kind of let you know where we're going to be, or where we're
Mhm.
found, or how to find us.
Yeah.
So I'm going to start with you, Lilac. Where can we find you?
Yeah, so I'm Lilac Calandra everywhere. That's Instagram, that's Facebook, that's YouTube, TikTok. Yeah, so I'm usually sharing some uplifting posts, also some comedic things. Would love to connect with you, but that's where you can find me. All the
It's
time.
true.
On every
I've
social
already
media.
connected with her, so do it. 'Cause I
Yes,
did
we
it.
connected. Whoop, whoop.
We have connected. So to find me, you would find me at Lana DJ Williams at Instagram, and that's Jay. Lana DJ Lana Williams at Facebook, again with DEEJAY. And you're watching me on that now, probably anyway. Lana Lee Williams 8668 on YouTube. TikTok under me here is DJ Lana Williams, and then we actually finally have our new channel up for the podcast, which has been
Awesome.
done and published, and hopefully some people have seen it by now. Life's Melody Pod at YouTube, and that's me and Will. So if you get a chance to go there, subscribe and all that. We need new subscribers because we just put that up.
Yes, subscribe.
Watch our
Check
first
it out.
episode, and it's a big hit on Rhode Island Broadcasting. Go there, check it out there.
Already topping
And,
charts.
For people in Rhode Island, I will see you tomorrow. I will be up on the top of the rooftop of the Vanderbilt 5 to 8, and I'll be doing some yacht rock up there. We'll be doing some drinks and food and having some music, and that's it. So,
Awesome.
Let me do this. Let me make sure that we thank WDJY for putting us on air, and thank Mace Fitness and Soul Spectives Institute for sponsoring us for our TV shows and radio show. And I think that's it. We'll be seeing you soon. We got Kenny and Ron tomorrow morning. You know how that is. So get your coffee and get ready. Yeah.
And get ready for the disappointed claps. Love it.
The disappointed claps and the
favorite
Blue Blazes thing that Kenny does.
Yes.
What is Blue Blazes? Is that? So yeah.
Awesome.
We're gonna be watching Kenny and Ron tomorrow morning at 10 o'clock. Stay tuned, but we're out. You guys have a great day. We'll talk to you soon.
Blessings.
Thanks for hanging out with Going On Daily.